Alrighty. Well, let's jump right back into it. Okay. So, where were we? What year is it? What the heck is going on? Oh, no. Stop. The in-game year is 1989. Various loyalties are doing okay. I should do something to shore up the special services loyalty. Intelligentsia loyalty is growing. Both of these could be higher. It's good to see the special services strength increasing. Apparently unlocked mass implementation of computers. Did I accept that? No. Likely because I don't have any money. Radical opposition is also growing. Maybe... Oh, let's take a quick look at the budget. Ah, no, we've actually balanced the budget. We're at plus 19. It just hasn't updated yet. I should go take a look at my doctrines. There might be changes to be had in here. Alright, so what would these do? It's active support of friendly forces. This gives a bunch of buffs to people in our sphere. As well as a boost to our diplomacy to non-NATO countries. It's actually a pretty big boost to our allied countries, as well as a debuff to a good chunky reduction to liberalization. What will it cost me? Makes NATO angry, that's fine. Makes radical opposition stronger. Hurts my loyalty with the intelligentsia. And it costs us money. What does our current thing do? Okay, so our current thing is basically half. Ooh, but it's much cheaper. This doesn't really help us. It would give us a little bit of money, but I'm just considering what's there. But yeah, I think at the moment we are more focused on simple survival. Although this hasn't updated. We actually have a plus 19 balance for our economy. Or for our income, rather. alliance management. So unified but sovereign gives us extra political authority, and it costs us loyalty, costs us relations with allies. No event for that. Oh, excuse me. If we went with economic unification, gives us more export. We get more trade with Comic-Con. And it hurts with the Westerners. And our allies and people outside of the bloc. That seems okay. So we have a pretty healthy economic bloc here. Which one was that? Yeah, they can be mad. That's fine. Where the heck was it? Economic unification. Let's go with that one. Okay. Diplomatic line can't change. So we can switch over to paid immigration. That actually boosts a bunch of things. But it would decline our population. I'm not sure I want to even allow any immigration. Political articles and labor camps. Ooh, it boosts our income. Hurts the radical opposition. Hits us in the unity, intelligentsia, loyalty, self-fulfillment, civil liberties, and political authority every month. What does this one do? Hurts legal opposition, or the radical opposition. You think you have problems? No, even in the most developed countries, it's much worse. After all, everything is bad in the world, and we are the only ones who are fine. I love it. I think you would need... you need to be able to have a lot more crazy people in power. So we could go full gulag mode, and it would cost us some things. But we don't really have the political authority to spare. What about labor camps without political stuff? We serve the Soviet Union for sure. So it gives us the same economic boosts, increases our employment. Intelligentsia loyalty goes up. Whereas this one hurts our intelligentsia loyalty. Labor camps without political articles doesn't seem that bad. State control of the courts. Eh. This one just seems better. Let's vote for this. Freedom and art. So we have art within the framework of ideology. Self-censorship. What would this do? Consensus bumps up our military-industrial complex, heavy industry, the education level, political authority, and what would it cost us? Civil liberties? Who cares about that? Spiritual contentedness will go way down. Awfully tempting. What about only modern art? That actually boosts our spiritual contentedness. Hurts our education. Realistic art only? Tempted by the propagandistic art. Prohibition of degenerate art. We can only change the nearest variant, which would be the propagandized art. Oh, that's nice. The -3 to spiritual contentedness is... That's only 2 more. We get quite a lot of buffs. A big decrease in civil liberties, but who cares about that? Let's go with propaganda art. Law enforcement? Compare to. So we have strict system of order. I like that this hurts the radical opposition. So yeah, let's go with the extraordinary powers. Cult of personality, we can't change it. Media control, we can't change. Can't change attitude towards religion, can't change their trade policy, can't change their tax policy, can't change that, can't change that, can't change that. Okay, so that's everything we can change. If I go to the trade mode, okay, there's no one I can make trade with. Oh no! Making those changes cost me money. Oh no, balls. That's gonna it's gonna hit me in the financial crisis. Ouch. It hurts in all the loyalty. Is that intelligentsia? It would crush the intelligentsia loyalty. I mean, they're a bunch of nerds anyway. Yeah, it's like super bad. This hurts us really bad in every possible way. There's like no not too bad one. I think we're most able to tank this one. Yeah, now we can form trade agreements. We will disperse the protesters. Crisis in the relations with the United States. Ooh, we're not spending on civic points? That cannot be allowed. Let's start working on high yield varieties. May as well toss more computer research on there too. And intelligentsia loyalty is really bad. Level of activism of the civilian population. So do I want this to go down? Legalize opponents of apartheid? Oh, this would bring South Africa into our bloc. Nice. Free South Africa. Let's put a military base there. Okay, so cash is looking very good. Lots of political authority coming in. Okay. So, I want things that would improve spiritual contentedness. People love art, but it hurts us with the radical opposition. Luxury goods reduce radical opposition. anything else get rid of radical opposition? Why not import substitute? Well, because importing a tiny amount of luxury goods gives us the -2 to power of radical opposition, whereas our own luxury goods do not. So, so the imported items help us there. But yeah, we should cap out our city tech. Cap out nuclear tech as well. Boosting the special services will help us oh, you wouldn't want to send them to Uzbekistan, that's on the border. We need to increase our state mechanism investment. Very well, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, currently all the shelves are exploding with goods. There is still some livestock shortages. But that's not that big of a deal, I don't think. So what does it do? Yeah, so this hurts our income a little tiny bit, and hurts our unity. So this is the penetration of postmodernism. And yeah, I think it's like, yeah, spiritual terrorism, indeed. Yeah, we have the HIV epidemic. Alcoholism is under control. Excellent question, Calvin. NRC will dry up by 1993. guess we just hit on pause. Senegambia has collapsed. Yeah, our Soviet Onion is doing well. Oh, what do I have going on over here, by the way? Yeah, it just hurts our... It's hurt our loyalty with the intelligentsia, but it's actually fine. This does boost the radical opposition. Sure, let's have a trade agreement with Yemen. What's going on in the Angolan Civil War? We don't have any of this stuff activated. Good. Though, yeah, we wouldn't want to activate it there. Okay. How did I get the Yugoslavs? We sent a diplomatic mission and we backed them. They're currently in a civil war. Pinochet regime collapsed. So we can ban this guy from performing. Or just let him perform. We'll just let him do his thing. No, they're still very much communist. They're socialist reformists. Oh yeah, how's Afghanistan going? The war is nearly won. And we'll probably stay nearly won for a few more decades. Let's see, is there anybody who would... Huh? Oh yeah, anyone who would accept a trade agreement right now? No. Don't you worry, we'll get there. Ah, they have a... Well, you can't play as the DDR, but You can definitely get them to become a unified DDR. That option is 100% in the game. I don't know how you do it, but it's a possibility. The Republic, with the Socialist Party. Yeah, China wins interest. Oh, we could get we can get Mongolia into the Warsaw Pact. Though I'm not sure what I get out of bringing people into the Warsaw Pact. It reduces their vector of liberalization. Could try to... So what's the current thing? It's currently at 0. So we could subsidize Poland. Maybe we could turn them into a puppet and eventually annex them? Let's do the same thing to Romania. Actually, why don't we just do it for all of the directly adjacent? Yeah, I guess it's not going to work for Poland. Okay. We'll try to get the other South Slavs in. Got a technology. I don't know which one it was though. Actually, there was another technology that I hadn't implemented yet. Yeah, this one. Costs us $50. We have $50. Let's do it. Did we do the wide PC availability thing? I think we did. Or do we need to do this first? I think we did those, okay. Okay. Okay, we did that. We did that. Well, we've got nukes for a reason. Okay. Here we go. We can intensify the study of genetics. Did we do this one? We did. Fast neutron reactors. Okay, we did that one. What about depleted uranium? Here we go. Improving the effectiveness of our carpet bombing. Okay. So we've done all the things. Good. Which one is this? Okay. It's physics points that are... Okay, so we're capped out on physics points. Increasing investment here might help a bit. Increase our funding for the special services to try and get rid of these pesky radical opposition elements. This apparently helped with the HIV crisis, so we'll go ahead and import a little bit. Do you hurt? No, you don't hurt the radical opposition. In fact, you increase radical opposition. Do you reduce radical opposition? No. If we go over 200, then we get civic engagement out of it. Okay, this should help radical opposition. Civilian tech is like maxed out. Well, it's not actually quite maxed out. Fine, we'll max it out. Suppose we could cut back on my beloved special services slightly. I mean, we're making good money. Iranian perestroika. Iran will join Comic-Con. Yes, please. Deploy troops to reorganize Iran. So we could carve up Iran. Stabilize Iran. we just get Iran in the Comic-Con. I think just bringing Iran into the Comic-Con seems like a good option. Can we make you join us? Economic pressure has been... NATO would have to not exist for us to economically pressure Iraq into our... into Comic-Con. Okay, so we could turn the Hungarian People's Republic. The Afghan Civil War has ended. Oh. Excellent. Let's have a trade agreement with Afghanistan. Let's bring them into Comic-Con. Let's bring them into Comic-Con. Excellent. They're a puppet of the USSR. We can't absorb them into the Soviet Union? Could bring them into the Warsaw Pact? Aren't they already a puppet? Yeah, they are a puppet. Oppose the neo-Stalinists, oppose the reformers, or we can just keep the planet nice and peaceful. It's an event is a nice free boost to all your loyalty counters. Okay, got our development of air defense and missile systems. Which bumps up our military modifier. Let's prepare for a global war. Как госперовороту вам изявился статус иностранного агента. Never, Phantom. Is civil war in Nicaragua going? It's going fairly well. Let's see. We can support the network. in Mexico. Should hurt our diplomacy with them. I'm not entirely sure what this stuff would do for me. Special services is growing, combat readiness is growing. Relations with China are poor. Oh yeah, maybe we could try and fix the RLC. We'll put the plans for transforming nature up at the top. That's the... Or is it environmental engineering? We need to actually resolve environmental engineering in order to fix the RLC. Which may be challenging. So it's a lot of tech to get through. But, you know, I'd like to save the RLC. I think it would be cool to have. We'll put that as our number 2 tech. But it's going to have to finish plans for transforming nature before it'll put anything into environmental engineering. Any other trade agreements we can make? Yes. We can make trade agreements with a lot of these small African countries. Yeah, we have the trade volume for this. Is that a... No, that is not a country there. Okay. So we can spend money to, like, improve economic stability. I don't know what exactly that'll do for me. Let's see if we can get a communist Madagascar by just showering them in goods. Here, have infrastructure investments. Have some humanitarian aid. Have some specialists. Have some medicine. We'll even send you food aid. You want some money? Have some money. You can have an ideological outreach, we'll give you some cash, political support, whatever you want, you got it. Still a -1. Why is Japan purple? Japan doesn't like us very much, and they may break their trade agreement with us if our diplomacy continues to get worse. Which, speaking of, why don't I just spend more on diplomacy? What else could I do to try and get Madagascar on our side. Send them military aid? Sure. Okay. Alright, so we did that. A coup in China. The regions, Political power. The top generals and CPC controlling most cities, and the other, a united opposition, including national minorities and democratic forces. Seems that a civil war has begun in China. Whose side will we choose? Invade China and protect the national minorities. What would we need to do this? I could deal with I could deal with Taiwan and divide China. Support the opposition. Support the generals. I like the idea of doing the invade China to support the minorities. You would need to build up some cash. Do I have to make a decision right now? No, we will be able to do that. Well, but it says the intervene in the war. Will be activated. So I think we would be able to make a choice later. Although I think at that time we would have to... Unfortunately, I don't have the cash available to invade China. Let's support the generals. Of course, France, the United Kingdom, and the US are intervening.
Собрал остатки воли Васька в маленький кулак. Посмотрев на Майдадыра, пионер ответил так. Чем кошмарить пионеров?
We'll deploy Weir separatists, specialists, secretly supply, give humanitarian aid. Why can't I do this? Aha, the Chinese don't like us enough. Alright, well, we'll do this for now.
как засаленный мундир.
But I am intervening in the war. Okay, yeah, so I would have been able to come back and do a different thing. Oh well.
А спустя всего неделю за напористость и пыл Майдадыр, как доброволец, на войну отправлен был. Про него слагают песни, он герой и он кумир. Старый
Independence of
добрый
Namibia?
полный
Okay.
робот, знаменитый Майдадыр.
Student protests in Taiwan? Yeah, let's just add Mongolia to the Soviet Union. There we go. We get an extra republic. Unification of Yemen. Categorically refuse. Yeah, let's refuse. Unrest in California. Let's go take a look at yeah, the US is not doing very well right now. Their public satisfaction is declining, economic stability is declining, combat readiness is declining. So it's possible the US could collapse. So we have the... yeah, we have both of these. We would need the Yemen Arab Republic. Okay, so we'd have to pull... get the Arab Republic in our sphere of influence. So for $10 we can improve relations with Yemen? Not Yemen, Kremlin games. So we can have communist video games and spread them all over the world. Focus on games about World War II and the Cold War. Accessibility of luxury, services power, competitiveness plus 15. This gives us more money. Gives us spiritual contentedness. So this is a relaunch of the original Kevin. So they, or yeah, like a sequel slash relaunch. It's quite well done. Relations with subjects, spiritual contentedness. Let's go with the develop our own gaming console. Although, yeah, develop our own gaming console and enter the global market. Failure, no! Extremely poor quality. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know what decides if you're successful or not. Well, this guy definitely can retire. Any fun new buttons to push? Oh, was he? Oh, I think he was. Good catch. Here, we'll send this guy. Carry out a coup? Where do I see their stability? It's this is just the game's OST. Points of the USA. Ah, regime stability, okay. The US has more influence, I see. So I can't do it because there is a hostile alliance.
Авиационный смотрит гарнизон, как пилот ныряет в синий небосклон. Небо на осколки, в клочья облака, давит на гашетку сильная рука. Золотые звезды упадут на китель, но не за медали бьется истребитель. Фюзеляж остер, как бритва, два крыла кромсают воздух, завершится эта битва там, где небо.
Support Trotskyists. Sure. What does this cost me?
Где-то над землею быстрый самолет жадными
Let's support the
глотками
Trotskyists.
силу пьет, а внизу живые вьются вены рек. Человек с машиной связаны навек. Золотые звезды упадут на китель, но не за медали бьется истребитель. Фюзеляж остер, как бритва, два крыла кромсают воздух, завершится эта битва там, где небо, валы
Support the
звезд.
SPD.
Фюзеляж остер, как бритва, два крыла кромсают воздух, завершится эта битва там, где небо, валы в звездах. Фюзеляж остер, как бритва, два крыла
How's the
кромсают
science
воздух,
doing? Oh, we're almost there.
завершится эта битва там, где небо, валы в звездах. Фюзеляж остер, как бритва, два крыла
Hey, plans for transforming nature.
завершится
That was
эта
the wrong one.
битва там, где небо, валы в звездах.
There are no fortresses the Bolsheviks can't take. Okay. Um,
Полюшка, поле, полюшка широко, поле.
so, what's the difference here?
Полю герой.
Just slightly more ecology?
Эх, да Красной Армии герои. Девушки плачут, девушкам
Whatever, leave everything as it is.
грустно. Милый надолго уехал, эх, да милый в армию уехал. Девушки, гляньте, гляньте на дорогу нашу.
The U.S. interim government officially announced the complete dissolution of three key organizations that for decades symbolized the country's foreign policy. International Republican Institute, the National Democratic Institute, and the National Endowment for Democracy. The decision was explained by a critical budget deficit. Yeah, the US is having a tough go. Yeah, very topical. Strength of the radical opposition -5. Great. Civil activity down. Vector of foreign policy up. Excellent. Oh, I can't accept you into the USSR.
Девушки, гляньте, мы врага принять
Oh, we could buy the Panama Canal off the United States? That's hilarious. Let's do it. Let's make a bit more money before we buy the Panama Canal. Peace in the world. Excellent. We'll bring them into Comic-Con. I still want to wait a little bit. Law and the languages of the people. Let's hold a referendum. That's a terrible idea. Leave everything as it is. And everything remained as it was. War or peace? No. I don't have enough special services loyalty. Do not respond to the situation, because it's my only option. Uh-oh, Yugoslavia might explode. Eliminate the remnants of this group. Yes, let's eliminate the remnants of this group. Okay, we have the cash now. We can purchase the Panama Canal. Give the Panama Canal back to Panama, which flips them over to Soviet. And then we make the make Panama members of the Comic-Con. I wonder if we can end the Cold War. Announce victory in the Cold War? Do we still have the Panama is ours modifier? I think we do. Political? Diplomatic? Yeah, Panama is ours. Basic income plus 15, minus 2 to a whole lot of US modifiers. Send weapons to the opposition?
Как прежде на своднике поднимет он бревно. Вождя такого ждали уже давным-давно. Частично механический, усиленный броней, Ильич пройдет по площади живой, живой, живой.
Russian Revolution. Cyber Revolution. Russian Revolution.
Yeah, I haven't really done anything to flip countries.
Russian Revolution. Cyber Revolution. Russian Revolution.
Let's see if we can get the Colombians on board.
Revolution.
Okay. I don't know. It's if you go below $50, you get this horrible event. The Road of Death. Technician on the mass repressions of Kuropati. Do nothing. This was the work of the fascist occupiers. Yes. No, we won't be doing that.
Советский дирижабль, Советы Ильича.
No, my political authority is too low.
Стремится к небосводу его тугой баллон. в песнях дощатый мост. За прощальной стою обедней, кадящих листвой берез. Да горит золотистым пламенем
Ooh, increasing salaries of civil servants apparently reduces
прохрипят мой 12-й час на тропу голубого поля. Скоро выйдет железный
as does social spending.
флаг овсяный зарею пролитый.
Let's let that update.
Соберет его
Kazia will be independent from Tbilisi.
Неживые чужие ладони.
Suppress the riots.
Этим песням при вас не жить. Только будут
Must maintain the
колосья
status quo.
кони, а хозяине стар.
Let's establish director role.
Будет ветер сосать их ржанье, панихидный справляя пляс. Скоро,
Play internal troops and special forces, save Turks from a massacre.
деревянные прохрипят мой 12-й час.
This would just cost me $50.
Деревянные
Yeah, combat readiness is not doing great.
мой 12-й час.
Clashes in the Osh region. Oh dear. We have to let Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan handle this on their own. That's not good. Riots in Chisinau. Ignore this situation. Deploy troops and suppress the riots. Maidan, no thank you. Deploy the police. Okay. Yeah, our political points are hurting us a lot.
Россию буржуям умом не понять.
А что есть такое ваш Кузькин мать?
Where are my points going?
Дадим мы ответ. На свете страшнее оружия нет. Кузькина мать, Кузькина
A lot of them are.
будут буржуи
That was the loyalty of the republics.
Кузькина мать, Кузькина мать. Будут буржуи трусливо бежать.
Mostly loyal. Belarus isn't looking great, but
Станет Америка нам говорить.
We want the санкции жестко вводить.
Врагу мы
Yeah, it might
сумеем
be-
урок преподать. Покажем Америке Кузькину мать. Кузькина мать.
time to make some cuts on diplomacy.
Будут буржуи трусливо бежать. Кузькина мать, Кузькина мать. Будут буржуи трусливо бежать.
And then put more of it into social spending? Or envelopes for civil servants, maybe? Let's do a couple in there, a couple in there. 'Cause that also will reduce the...
Кузькина мать, Кузькина мать. Будут буржуи трусливо
disperse the protests, arrest the instigators, and bury the issue. Okay. Congress will proceed peacefully. I need those political authority points. Collapse of communism in Albania. No, can't support the Orthodox wing. Why not? The special services aren't. Oh well. Aren't powerful enough. Okay. I really want Somalia in the Comic-Con. We'll make trade deals with Suriname. And Guyana. Can we bring you into Comic-Con? We can. Alright, Nicaraguan Civil War is almost done. Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia is part of Comic-Con, but not the military alliance. Oh yeah, let's go check in on the war on China. In China, our side is winning, just barely. Doesn't seem to be anything we can really do. I would need stronger special services. Okay, radical opposition is declining. This is good. How's the war in Ethiopia going? Okay, we've nearly won. How's the US holding up? They're still not doing very good. Oh, we might actually be able to save the RLC. Maybe. What about my diplomatic efforts in Colombia? And by less send them more weapons. We'll start shipping them weapons too. Okay. Okay, so you're under my influence. I think so. Made it to 1992. Peaceful Plenum? Yeah, we'll go with a Peaceful Plenum. Max out all those loyalty bars. No, we'll leave these guys, keep it the same. No, wait, this guy's loyal, we'll leave him be. Temple of God or the Soviets? Or we could just restore the swimming pool. Let's just restore the swimming pool. Let the people swim. Coup in Algeria. We will obviously support the government forces. Okay, we'll supply them. We have lots of support. Oh, so this is the influence thing. Ah, the Kuils. Yeah, we can divide the Kuril Islands, offer the islands to Japan for a lump sum of money and investments. Ah, okay, so that's us selling the islands to Japan. You can just straight up refuse. Japan would become a neutral state. We could maybe then influence Japan to our side of communist Japan. Or we just tell Japan to kick rocks. Let's go with the cruise ship plan. Oh, but there seems to be nothing I can do to sway them. That's too bad.
Казалось мне всегда, что
Now we
наша
need
цель
stronger
ясна,
special services.
что знаем мы, что ищем.
Uh-oh, budget is in the negatives.
Оправданной ложь, когда она нужна для блага истины, искомого итога и жизнями людей.
What could we cut?
Тел. Сама судьба нас к цели направляет. Да как же может быть, что эту цель теперь наш рукотворный Бог по сути отвергает? Ведь ты была сотворена.
Maybe reduce our luxury imports.
Твоя весна за собой позвала
And the import of industrial equipment.
было б странно теперь
Yeah, it's adding corruption, but it's also a big boost to loyalty of the regions, reduction of radical opposition, and a boost by political authority points. So I feel like it's worth the corruption.
возможно, что и ты иллюзии нам на что-то важное оставишь.
Where do we see corruption? Yeah, so our corruption level is actually not moving one way or the other. So it's perfectly balanced at 37. Although we could cut these envelopes slightly. Wow. Straight to Gulag Abbey. Storing of the capital. Current events, but in the 1990s. Or somewhat current events. Strength of the radical opposition, -5. Vector of foreign policy in third world countries. USA economic stability, -1. Elections in India. It's a system of liberal progressivism. Okay, this war in Nicaragua is nearly done. Possibly. What does this do, though? Let's find out. Oh, it shatters their stability. I'm not sure. Maybe. So US economic stability is at -4. possible trade partners? No.
Мечты меняют цвет. Стали былью одни, других растаял след. А иные влекут на странный свет уж тысячи лет. Оставаясь лишь призраком, лишь
New
сном,
treaty.
хранящим завет. В ожидании мечты над пропастью воржи мы искали свой путь, забыв о вечной лжи.
By the way, are
Земной
you
этот мир был лишь для нас и лишь от того, что во имя мечты мы можем вмиг
ready to?
разрушить его.
No. Is this gonna add 5 to my influence points? No. Will increase the influence points.
В звездном вихре времен, в развитии идей, суд истории строг, и нет его верней. Город солнца
Yeah, how's the war in China going?
проектных дней.
We're winning.
Выйти так и не смог, оставив нам лишь краски свои.
Gonna initiate some carpet bombing. What would that cost me? Intelligentsia loyalty? Combat readiness. Let's not do that. Our intelligentsia loyalty is suffering enough as it is. Okay. Crimea.
История накрыла нас волной. 13
To
лет
hold
затишья
a referendum.
мировой, желанной устойчивой структурой нам брошен вызов, и едва ли мы должны остановиться, все вернув на место. Раз невозможно избежать большой войны, то нам теперь не до красивых
Let's just
жестов.
keep them as part of the USSR.
И вспыхнувший конфликт мультилокальный не ровен
Poland has
час
not
со
yet
временем
perished.
обернется революцией глобальной.
Allocate enormous financial aid. It'll become a puppet of the
Даже
United
если мысли
the
эти
Soviet
бред,
Union.
война нам шанс рывка предоставляет. Так пусть же алым знаменем рассвет над миром этим
Excellent.
старым воссияет.
But you are a puppet. Yeah, I'm watching, keeping an eye on money. influence is going into the negative.
Единым подходом к желаниям людей,
I don't think
единой властью над
any other stuff is doing anything for me.
пестрой деньги, принизив вождей, сумели однажды стать к энергоснабжению. Единый подход,
Oh, but the humanitarian aid does.
шиной стальную,
As does the specialist. Okay.
сбросив расход рабов вековую рать.
Ah, okay. So these things add influence. But it's very slow. Okay. That doesn't seem worth it, but I guess I have to if I want to do that.
Над всей информацией в мире людском,
Peace in the world. Ethiopian civil war is done.
картиной и словом, единой властью, важнейшим звеном, компьютер однажды стал. Есть еще власть,
No, we're not doing that.
еще пошатнет мир до самой основы. Единая власть над самим веществом, черед для нее настал. Оглянись на меня смелей,
Okay, more Comic-Con members, more better.
станешь однажды
They're Agris?
новых простых ролей. Устарел навсегда, и для тебя
Uh-oh.
я сумею
Defense
построить
industry decline.
где померкнут мечты сказов вчерашних,
What's going on?
биосферных игр. Ты теперь инженер себя.
Military-industrial complex is declining slightly. Um, let's take envelopes. All the wars? Yeah, probably all the wars. You're likely not wrong there. Take a little bit of money out of the medical system and redirect it to the military-industrial complex.
Единая власть над структурой веществ, над сталью и пластиком, дымом и кровью. Из мусора строить позволит дома, еду и самих людей.
US presidential election
Делать существ, невиданных прежде для мира земного. Единая власть перестроить
between Michael Dukakis,
владеет ей.
Industrial technology.
Bob Dole, or Ross Perot. Who's gonna win?
Technology.
Dukakis wins.
Alien technology. Nanotechnology. Nanotechnology.
Algerian civil war is coming along. We still get this event pops up. Do I get to choose something else? I don't think so. Well, they want him to retire. I say no. Okay, that guy can retire. Oh, we've got environmental engineering. Oh, that was the wrong one.
Кем лучше быть
So,
героем
the LC will be filled in 24 months?
или слабаком?
will dry up by 1998. RLC will stop shrinking.
Кем лучше быть? Великим властелином? Или уметь все сделать сам и без рабов?
Less luxuries. The Socialist Republic will be unhappy. Stop the shrinking, we get more corruption, we lose money. Let's just refuse excess use of Aral rivers.
Нас время вело сквозь тысячи лет, каждым шагом своим вновь и вновь нам подтверждая все тот же ответ, что плоть так слаба, что нужно.
And in the Central Committee, we will keep the planet peaceful.
Тысяч рук, танков, кранов, заводов, ракет. Здесь построен мир сказочных чудес.
I don't really have the budget to play with here.
Был бы слаб, как червь перед мощью средств, что несут нас в грядущий миг. Но ветер другой вдруг шепчет теперь, что пора свернуть, выбрать путь, где в нашей плоти не только лишь зверь, где сможем мы стать сильнее своих цифровых
Vote the
машин
opposition? Yeah.
и станков, тело построек из тканей стальных. Здесь родится мир сказочных чудес, где
That's something I'll have to play around with more in future runs. Peace in the war. Excellent.
новой весны ветер дивных прекрасных грез. Мир сверхлюдей возведет под лучами звезд. Только
Alright, Nicaragua in the Comic-Con.
будет ли в нем место для нас?
Economic stability of the state, or do we go the force a coup route, or try to peacefully bring them on board? The peaceful route is so slow. Although the civil wars don't exactly go quickly.
Огненных звезд не страшась сотен лет пути. Впрочем, мечтать обо всем стоит нам сейчас, лишь если там есть место для нас.
No, we're not doing military research. Here's a spot that could soak up military research. Neutron warheads. Also, okay, both of these are next up. I want a communist moon base, because that's just too cool. Reusable transportation thing. I'll let these other things complete first, but
Лишь медленный сон без грез.
There's Soviet Socialist Republic?
Где вовек
It could happen.
ни радости нет и ни слез. И где за короткий срок пройдет бесконечность лет, которых, быть может, здесь в реальности реальности вовсе нет. Что, если мы погибнем от
So,
стремлений
Algerian
своих,
Civil War
погибнем
is gonna
от мечты,
last a
что
while, I
смутный
think.
горизонт
How's the Chinese Civil War
каждый
going?
миг.
We are winning.
В этой войне найдем ли мы ответ в нас самих? Несбыточный свой путь сумеем ли пройти в условиях земных? За что же мы ценим мир? Что в чувствах дается
The party
нам?
members.
Ведь он не всегда отнюдь подобен прекрасным снам.
You're 81 years old,
Она
Kanaev.
права,
Get out of here.
лишь в радости смысл всего. И если наш мир лишь боль, нам бросить пора его.
So,
Что, если мы загадки ищем там,
we need
где
another
нет
loyal member of
вопросов,
the
что есть жизнь, и в чем
Politburo.
ее цена? Мне дан простой ответ.
Oh, here you go. You can join the Politburo. No?
Среди тьмы
I don't have
найдем ли мы
100 political
призрачный
authority.
свет? Несбыточный свой путь сумеем ли
Unrest in
пройти
Almaty.
в дыму грядущих лет?
I guess we'll have to make concessions to the protesters. Well, Vitaly can go away.
Как мне поверить в то, что я отныне тебя не увижу? Разве возможно так,
Uh-oh.
что никогда
Eldritch Ames was captured,
вряд ли я мог
or discovered.
странное сходство воспринять серьезно, но полюбил как сон. Будто бы
Let's save him.
чудо и вправду возможно.
Oh gosh, the economy. Stop. Why did my expenses suddenly go through the roof?
Тяжелые капли дождя ложатся единой холодной стеною, и поезд бесшумно летит на черной магнитной стальной полосою бешеной гонки огни. В ночь
Well, we've
улетает
already saved the
больше не
RLC, so we don't
важно,
need
зачем
that
этот мир
anymore.
вокруг нас. Зачем появились мы в нем однажды?
And...
Мир, где есть боль.
Could cut back on envelopes slightly.
Так как жил, он должен стать другим, иначе его жизнь не стоит наших сил. Дождь над землей, пыль прошлого из памяти смыл. Несбыточный свой путь мы все-таки пройдем.
Oh, we got a
Мир застыл.
got our experimental reactors.
Прошло пока всего 4 года, но как же изменилось
Boost relations with all countries.
как быстро нам принес цветущий лук плоды неоднозначного подхода. Тебе все просто, без страстей, любой вопрос всегда предельно ясен, и мир земной безоблачно прекрасен, и не
Seems...
волнует бегство дней, и ты не
Yeah.
знаешь,
Let's just wait a month and then
сомнения, колебания и
we
стыд.
can get our experimental reactors.
Не знаешь ни обид, ни
Second Cuban Revolution.
сожаления былое. Над чем всю жизнь мы размышляем. Ты
Support
вроде как
Castro
уже
with full force.
но слишком уж ты быстро вознеслась. Немного ли тебе мы
We have
доверяем?
nothing to discuss with the United States.
Автоматизация, естественный процесс. И так уже в масштабе всей планеты.
Alright,
Так
okay.
что же зря была
can get our experimental reactors now.
Все революции, великие победы. Но может цель есть машинный коммунизм и труд
Okay.
свое утратил первородство, а наш коллективизм и вовсе атовизм от недоразвитых
So what's going on with my
производства.
military industrial stuff? Is it actually declining? Very barely declining. We have a bit of a surplus, so let's invest even more into the military industrial complex. No, you can only do one at it, one branch. Of military science. Yeah, research only one branch. But all the other ones you get to research both. Ah, but it increases the cost. Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, something to keep in mind for future runs. Where was that? Ah, that was space stuff. Okay. I have nothing to spend my military science on. At least not until military orbital objects is completed. But it's at the top of the queue, so that'll get finished off. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess I cut a little too much from ecology. Yeah. What do I cut? Radical opposition is growing. Yeah. Although I don't know what the consequence is of not appointing a guy to the Politburo. Alright, let's put this guy on the Politburo. How's the US doing? Their public satisfaction is still basically zero. Economic stability is very low. Their combat readiness is also very low. Ooh, we need our main intelligence directorate guy died. Who would be a good... We want someone with good diplomacy and intrigue. You would be an option, although you're a gajillion years old. Oh, this guy's a youthful 65 years old. Here, you can be the new chief of the main intelligence directorate.
Сказал генерал, я отпуск на сутки тебе даю. Ты больше года не
Ah, you can
отдыхал.
even
Пойди, повидай семью. Тебя не
let in with the Central
узнать,
Committee.
как седина, усталый
Let's tank the
колючий
reformers.
взгляд. Но поймет жена, война есть война,
Although we don't
а
really need
ты
to.
на войне солдат.
Yeah, let's oppose the reformers.
Подарки друзей взял боец с собой, консервы и рис уложил в мешок.
Oh no, my Minister of Education died. We want a thrifty individual for Minister of Education. Like Mr. Kukuruznik. Vitaly could be an option. He's got a 3. Maybe there's someone better though. About this young guy, 92 years old. He'll understand the concerns of the youth. Ah, here we go. Nikolai. 64 years old. Okay. If you were to be the Minister of Education, well, you would actually boost spiritual contentedness. Because you're a partocrat? That you hurt our loyalty with the intelligentsia. What about you? The industrial nuclear specialist. Increase the army size? Yeah. Oh, I like all the little modifiers you give. The boost to national unity and then the reduction on the radical opposition is good. Yeah, let's put you in charge. Oh, we've got another tech. Military orbital objects. Just costs us some money. Let's do it. Is that under economy or is it domestic ecology? Yeah, ecology is still declining. Let's bump it up slightly. Suppose we could cut on propaganda a little bit to improve our ecology spending. Peace in the world, mainline Chinese Civil War. guess we have to wait a while. Wow, you can start supporting them. Interesting. What about you? Are you sufficiently influential? No. Ah, here we go. This old man is influential enough. Freaking party members. They want to get rid of Nursultan Nazarbayev. Oh, wow, he's got some amazing stats. But yeah, let's get rid of him. Figured out high yield crops. But we are losing money now. Let's... stop importing those, and... cut supplies for soldiers. Maybe don't need that much explosive yet. Yeah, I think Victor Lomakin could retire. That cost me a lot of authority points. How about just no? I don't want to waste my political authority on this nonsense. What's next? Fancy space transportation stuff. Okay. The RLC is saved! Glory to the laborers of the USSR. Glory to the great transformers of nature. RLC will be changed on the map. Oh, look at that. Minister of Education croaked. We need a new Mr. Kukuruznik. Here, Nikolai. Surely you can be the Minister of Education, right? Yeah, there you go. Boom. Oh, I didn't think to check. Oh, you boost spiritual contentedness. Suppose the reformers. Well, that costs a lot of political authority. Let's not do that. Oh, and we need a member of the Politburo. What about my youthful new yeah, how about you? Are you on the Politburo? There you go. You should be on the Politburo. don't think I'm ever gonna get the funds needed to bring China on board. Let's see, sir. Apparently sending these guys humanitarian supplies. Let's stop doing that. Oh yeah, we're just straight subsidizing all those guys. Can we do anything fun with these guys yet? Apparently not. I mean, they're already a puppet. Okay, they have socialist reformism. Oh, we can turn them into a puppet. Sure. So it doesn't really do anything? Hmm. Okay. Can't seem to do anything to influence Iraq. Peace treaty has not been signed. Okay. So we still need more political authority. What else would I need? Combat readiness of 90. Let's see. Maybe cut. Gee, what would I even cut? Cut social spending. Slightly more of that. And slightly more of that, so we get more loyalty from our special services. Because I need to get their loyalty up to 90. Okay, we've figured out the Buran. Experimental Buran program. Okay. Heavy interplanetary ship. Cool. How's the Algerian Civil War going? We are winning. How's the U.S. Doing? They're hanging on just barely. Get rid of Abazmat Aliyev. Could just say no. Let's send him off to a minor position. Okay, Special Services loyalty is very slowly increasing. Now I just need to accumulate the same thing with military readiness. The chicken is not a bird. Bulgaria is not abroad. Except Bulgaria into the USSR. nothing to discuss with France. Or spend 50 money to make them go away. I guess we'll do that. So we can turn Romania into a puppet. But I'd rather bring China into our sphere of influence. Also, maybe there are doctrines that could help. No. False Federation? Why can't I accept? Add the reserves. Army loyal army and special services loyalty is too low. As is our the loyalty of our republics. What does this do? It would kill my radical opposition. That seems very good. Let's do it. Income from our military industrial complex would increase by 50%. Let's see what this does to my income. Makes it jump up like crazy. Big boost. Okay. Let's oppose the... Oh, let's keep a plenum peaceful. That'll give me the loyalty. Okay, so now we just need higher combat readiness. Does it give any suggestion how I can increase it? More military equipment? More supplies for soldiers? Surely. Empty spot on the Politburo. How are you guys on the Politburo? There you go, Grecian. You can get a seat on the Politburo. Elections in India. Okay, India flips to US influence. What is the US doing anyway? They've stabilized. Act against the neo-colonists. Let's act against the reformers. It would be practically free. I just noticed the loyalty of the Republics thing. Also, yeah, diplomacy is costing me an awful lot of local authority points. Try to prop that up a little bit with state mechanisms. Sure, let's send him off to be an ambassador somewhere. I really hope we get to have a communist moon. Intelligentsia are getting grumpy. Well, for each one you send off, you get a replacement guy afterwards. So it doesn't really matter. United States presidential election. So, between Albert Gore, Pat Buchanan, and Ross Perot. Who'll be two? Pat Buchanan. President Pat Buchanan. Stage border provocations. The US's economic stability is looking poor. They don't seem... Yeah, perhaps. Could support a network in Mexico. Mexico doesn't like us very much, though. We'll keep the plenum peaceful. Yeah, we don't have the combat readiness. Do any of these hurt my combat readiness? Yes, military specialists. We'll revoke that as well. Algeria will likely And yeah, Algeria will likely still win the war, even without that stuff. But that will hopefully turn around my negative ticks. It did not. Also, the environment is unhappy now. Let's cut civil servant salaries. Yeah, by one, and put a little bit more money into environmental support. Anybody new I could trade with? No. Let's get rid of Abazmat Malsaliev. Sure. Send him off somewhere. Okay, so I now have the political influence. We just need combat and readiness over 90 and special services over 90, and we can get China in our sphere of influence. Maybe that would be worth some technology cuts. Also, China is very nearly at a negative thing. We could maybe reallocate some more money to diplomatic spending. This is still not going up. Keep the planet peaceful. Okay, last thing I need is combat readiness over 90. Just dump more money on military equipment. There we go, now it's finally increasing. Even more money on military equipment. Oh, why special services loyalty? Ecology really doing that badly? Minus 0.3. Let's dump even more money into the ecology. Pakistan tests nuclear weapons. Somehow I'm not Researching civil things? We don't have any of this on operation right now. Sure, let's add that to the queue. Well, you should go up first since you're the last thing in a tier. How's the old Civil War going? Pretty well. Okay, I have more money. Let's dump even more into both of these groups. Could cut agriculture, maybe? Crisis in relations with France. Sure, we can throw them a little bit of money. What's needed for a trade agreement? Positive relations with the PRC. It's very, very slowly increasing. But we nearly have our Soviet moon base. Okay, we need a new Minister of Defense. Here, Grecian, you can be the Minister of Defense. Here, you can join the Politburo. So can you. I mean, we're still supporting them, but yeah, we could send war supply separatists, subsidize their war industry. But China isn't helping them, so I don't really care. There, we'll just all-out support for Algeria. Sign a friendship treaty? Well, that was very expensive to get China into our sphere of influence. And it hasn't really brought us all that much. Sure, we'll give them a one-time thing. Okay. Yeah, but the game's gonna end before it gets anywhere significant, because the game, it's game over on at the new millennium. Are we gonna get our... I don't think we're gonna get our communist space moon. Yeah, game over. Thank you for playing our game. We hope you enjoyed managing the country, making decisions, and watching history unfold according to your scenario. Your choices shaped a unique path for the USSR's development. Now you can review the results of your policy and see what your decisions led to. Each ending is a reflection of your management style. Good luck in your next playthroughs. So, the political system, no significant changes have occurred in the country's political life. The Congress of the Communist Party continue to be held regularly every 5 years. But they have long since ceased to be the center of decision making. Their agenda has become predictable, the rhetoric routine, and the participants increasingly out of touch with reality. For the general public, politics has faded into the background of everyday life. Something distant and insignificant. In the country, the court is under control, the police strictly regulate public order, and the media operate under light censorship. Society balances between fear and hope, trying to preserve the right to express opinions. Okay, economic system. The planned economic system retains its foundation, but has acquired new features that give it greater flexibility at the executive level. The center continues to form mandatory 5-year plans covering all areas of macro and microeconomics, from output volumes to the distribution of key resources. However, state enterprises are now fully responsible for the implementation of these plans based on principles of autonomy and self-financing. They choose their own counterparties, optimize production change, and achieve economic efficiency. To prevent shortages and promptly meet household demand, small private businesses are allowed to exist, operating in niches that do not affect key industries. The economy of the USSR seeks to maintain a rigid planned system without abandoning the principle of initiative within the system. The Unified State Trade Union remained part of the bureaucratic vertical, acting more as a regulator of labor discipline, using methods of effective incentives and punishment. It became a tool for mobilizing labor resources to meet the needs of the plan, transforming into a regular state body. This regime became the gold standard of labor valor, where every minute of working time was considered a contribution to the power of the national economy. Moderate but mandatory workload was maintained by mass propaganda and controlled by production committees. Despite centralized management, a progressive scale was introduced for citizens whose positions involved high salaries, premiums, or bonuses. This serves as a demonstration of social justice, compensating for the difference between ordinary workers and nomenclature workers, but causes dissatisfaction due to similarity to leveling. The problem of alcoholism is gradually fading away. Consumption is decreasing, but isolated pockets remain. Industrial production maintains stable positions, not falling below previous indicators, but also not undergoing significant structural changes. The level of human development remains high, demonstrating our country's success in education, healthcare, and income. Supply to the population has significantly improved, logistics and production have become more efficient, and the country is confidently moving towards overcoming commodity shortages. The country's financial situation remains stable, the structure of gold and foreign exchanges reserves and the balance of state assets have not undergone significant changes. Life expectancy has begun to decline against the backdrop of deteriorating medical care and general decline in the quality of life. The level of human development remains high and demonstrating our country's success in education, healthcare, and income. The country has a high standard of living, but there is a strict system of control over citizens' movements. Although most residents are satisfied with the conditions, the few who dream of living abroad face insurmountable barriers. Immigration is rare, and brain drain is practically not recorded. But diplomacy. The EU remains within its former borders, but the political and institutional evolution of the alliance stops. Integration processes are practically frozen. Initiatives are stalled. Cooperation is limited to the frameworks established back in the 1980s. The EU remains a formally active association, but does not represent an active force in the international arena. The situation in the confrontation with NATO remains unchanged. Europe is still divided. Over the past years, the borders of the USSR have gradually expanded. New territories became part of the country voluntarily or as a result of integration processes. The growth of territory was accompanied by an increase in the political and economic influence of the USSR in neighboring regions. The USSR has firmly strengthened its position on the international arena. At the beginning of the new millennium, the international situation remains largely unchanged. The global confrontation between the Eastern and Western blocs maintains its former intensity, and the Cold War continues in its usual form, through diplomatic pressure, ideological struggle, and the arms race. The USSR retains its sphere of influence built in the mid-20th century, maintaining stable positions in Eastern Europe and other regions. The West, in turn, does not abandon attempts to expand its presence and promote liberal values. The world is still divided, the balance of power remains shaky but stable. All attempts to change the global configuration have been temporary or insufficient. History seems to have frozen at the point of 1985, with the same challenges, the same alliances, and the same tense anticipation of changes that never come. Yugoslavia, which left the Soviet sphere of influence in the 1940s, returned to the USSR's sphere of influence. So I would argue that we expanded the Soviet Union's influence in the world. We added a whole bunch of countries to the Comecon. We brought Panama to the Panama Canal, something which would cause the US to go absolutely bananas if that happened in the real world. But I digress. Third world. The balance of power in the third world countries remains generally stable. The USSR maintains its presence and influence in a number of states as before, supporting various channels of cooperation and ties. Yeah, I think maybe we needed to have brought over a lot more. It's true. At the same time, there are no particular breakthroughs or failures. Neither expansion nor large-scale retreat, but most countries continue to maneuver between various centers of power guided by their own interests. French sphere of influence has expanded. France continues to be one of the leading world powers. Relations between the USSR and China remain extremely tense. The Chinese leadership adheres to a hard line against the USSR, accusing its northern neighbor of aggressive foreign policy. Beijing continues to undermine USSR petitions, but I brought them into my sphere of influence. Science. The USSR continues its confident movement in space exploration. Regular satellite launches, functional orbital stations, and the development of new technologies confirms USSR's status as one of the world leader in this field. Although there have been few breakthrough achievements in recent years, the program remains stable and large scale. Space continues to hold an important place in the state's scientific and strategic policy. And possibly begin testing experimental thermonuclear stuff. Treatment facilities, rivers turned into industrial drains, and entire regions into zones of ecological disaster. No. Scientific research and agriculture continued, but priority was given to developing new territories, land reclamation, and expanding zone areas. Theoretical base, the practical implementation of new technologies was slow. The main successes were achieved due to scale and quantity, not quality. Large-scale programs to introduce automated complexes, logistics management, and national economy as a whole. Despite certain difficulties, a shortage of qualified personnel and a gap in the supply of necessary equipment, the pace of modernization remained high. The country is carrying out large-scale developments in the field of computer technology and telecommunications, but a gap remains between scientific achievement and practical implementation. Many sectors of the national economy have not yet transitioned to modern digital tracks, and public access to technologies is limited. Although USSR possesses competencies and a technical base, a shortage of personnel, infrastructure, and political will slow down the transition to the information age. Military efforts are focused on increasing the number of equipment and armed forces. The main emphasis is on mass production of well-proven models. This approach ensures a high level of combat readiness, but raises concern about wear and tear. Okay. Results and points. Thank you for playing a game. You scored 364 points. Well done. 191 points for our GDP. Our IPI. Life average expectancy of 41. From occupied share of global market, 28. Okay. Okay, we get to see our gloriously surviving Soviet Union. I would say the Soviet Union has entered the new millennium in the dominant position between the two. Yeah, look at the US's public satisfaction. Yeah, I'm not sure. Average life expectancy of 60. I think that would be across the whole run. But it was declining. What was causing that? It was probably the low ecology rating. Yeah, my best run was the score of 423, which I got off stream. Well, I think we'll... oh yeah, the HIV epidemic. Oh shoot, I didn't save. I didn't even save the off-stream run. Oh well. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing another run tonight. I'll for sure be doing more of this game. I would like to achieve the dismantling of the United States and NATO as the Soviet Union. So I'll have to figure out how exactly I do that. I also want to get a better handle of expanding foreign influence. So I'll be doing more runs of this. I think a single run could probably be achieved on stream in about 8-ish hours, I think. Although, it took like what? Yeah, this was like 2.5 streams, I think, this run. All relatively short. Anyway, there will for sure be more of this game on the channel. Let's see, is there anybody else streaming out there? Kaladin's doing some Vicky. We'll send you guys over to Kaladin.